From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Tonight, we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike's 5-4. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike. Mike 54. Not today.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Here's Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on down to kick it away for Denver. This will be fielded at the 17. There he goes, right side. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. James Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Same connection. Dulcich once again. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Mike, 36. All goes special. All goes special.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Wilson able to complete it there to Dulcich. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Wilson. They'll roll him out right.
I got you.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's get the ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Broncos first down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1.
Got it. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Bandit.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Man left. 4 down.
Hey, alert.
Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Marr able to put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Mike's 49.
Alert. Middle. You got nothing.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Allen now on first down. He'll buy some time right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
The Broncos on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, pick it up.
Play action. Now Wilson. Throw to the right. Caught by Dulcich. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Get him, boys.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Now Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 48 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on. after the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
On 2nd down, Williams. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Von Miller, his 2nd sack of the night. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win. Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Check 26, check 20. Hey, tight. 56.
On play action, Allen. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He runs. 49's the mic. Watch 49.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Good job right there.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Check.
Hey, watch this.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. That's a burst right there.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Patrick Surtain, the all-pro corner, up to make the tackle. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Cook again. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Check, 47.
Check the outs.
Allen going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll give to Cook on the read option. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Allen going to change the look here. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 20-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hatch it.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Cook will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Andy Isabella. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right?
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
36.
49, check 49.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he dives forward, and he is going to have the first down with that effort. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Sold out there at the end with a dive to pick up the first.
Were you as surprised as I am that they actually ran the ball there?
Yeah, I thought they might throw it.
Me too, but instead, they went old-fashioned, ran the football, and he made that call correct with that dive at the end.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense? What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Broncos on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This time it's 3rd and 3. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards.
Good job right there. Hey, alert.
To throw again is Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. He'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Mike 54. Watch the run.
Throwing is Wilson.
That's baby song.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
54. You better bring it. You better bring it. 18. I'm letting you know right.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Tackled on the play by Damari Mathis. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
52. On the ball.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I got him. Switch.
Again, it's Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Round 80.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 3.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 49. 49's a Mike. 49's a Mike. Alert.
3 buzz.
Throwing now is Allen. This one caught by Isabella. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They run for it with Harris. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Here we go. Switch.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do this. 49. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo.